In this video, we're going to go inside the mind of the meta pixel. All right, so this is hyper important, especially if you are running ads right now and you're not profitable, or you're not as profitable as you want to be. If you're running ads and you've constantly been attracting unqualified leads, this is for you. Also, if you're just trying to run ads in the first place, you're trying to learn how to do it, you need to watch this video, because if you don't do this, you're literally just going to lose money. Like, you will lose money if you don't do this. I'm about to share with you today. So let's dive in. So it's very important that you understand the pixel. All right, so let me grab this, the pixel. Okay. Now, you might have heard of this before. You might not have. The pixel, just think data. All right, so pixel equals data. All right, that's all you want to think here. So it's the data that Meta uses to determine who do we put this ad in front of. All right, that's all it is. And Meta is driven by data nowadays. So if you're used to doing, or you're thinking you do like this manual targeting, stuff like the interests and the demographics and all this stuff, that does not work nowadays. All right, in 2026, like that does not work. You can't just pick, okay, I want this person with this interest, with this demographic. It doesn't work. All right, it does not work. You need to use the pixel, and you need to just like leverage the pixel and give it full power. All right, and there's a way that you do this where it actually like works. So you're only getting qualified leads, and it's pretty cool. So now that you understand the pixel is just data. What we need to do is we need to train this pixel, or we need to train it. And so like the pixel, like we want to protect it by all means necessary, because like really like think of like, so example for what's happening for most people is they have like bad leads, like, you know, poopy leads. All right, bad leads right here. And these leads go through your funnel and they convert, and the pixel is firing. All right, so pixel is firing for these bad leads. All right, and so what happens is the pixel is seeing, oh, okay, these types of people are converting. The pixel doesn't know if it's good or bad. Like, it just sees conversions. And so when it sees this, like, oh, okay, this lead is converting, let's put the ad in front of more of these types of people. All right, because it's conversions. That's what the pixel wants to do, is get you more conversions. All right, that's what it wants. All right, so if you're letting these bad leads get through, pixel sees this like, oh, okay, cool, these people are converting, let's put it in front of more of these types of conversions, these types of people, and it's this feedback loop. All right, so if you're currently getting unqualified leads, or if you try to run ads in the past, you're getting unqualified leads, this is why your pixel is just seeing this, like, oh, well, let's put it in front of more of those types of people. So you will keep on getting that over and over and over again into infinity unless you fix this. All right, like I said, we need to train the pixel and recondition the pixel. All right, and so how you do this? All right, so it's really important. Basically, our objective here is to never let any of these leads, go through and fire the pixel. Like, we need to protect it like crazy. And so how do you do this? Well, what I recommend doing, we work with over 250 coaches in the past 2 years to basically install these systems to get clients. So what we do is we really when it comes to like running the ads, is you only want to like optimize for the actual conversion that you want. And so, for example, for us and the coach we work with, we want scheduled calls, like qualified scheduled calls. And so inside of the ad setup, you can optimize for lead, you can optimize for schedule, and some other stuff as well. These are the two main ones. You want to pick schedule, all right? Because you want scheduled calls. You don't just want leads. All right, because leads could be anyone, but you want scheduled calls. And so what happens is we only fire the pixel on our confirmation page when someone books a call. So they have to book a call for the pixel to actually fire in the first place. All right, so that's the first thing. Only to schedule. Do not do lead. All right, lead is a waste of time. You will make more money doing schedule every single time. All right, so pick schedule as your conversion event when you're setting up your ads. All right, second thing is, again, how do we go back to protecting the pixel? Because we could still get bad leads to schedule, like if you don't set this up correctly. So what do we do here? Well, we need an application. All right, so we need an app. All right, this app will have qualifying questions. All right, and so we need things like we need to qualify for finances. All right, so basically seeing, do they have funds to invest in your offer? This is essential. Obviously, you don't want to talk to broke leads. It's just a waste of time. They also need to have the actual like problem you're solving as well. So you need to make sure like they have the exact problem that you solve. And then anything else, like urgency is another one. So is this a yesterday problem for them, or is this like a next year problem for them? Or if you have these things, if they have finances, they have the exact problem you solve, and they have urgency to solve it, that's a qualified lead. And so these are the three main things you want to put in your application. And you want this to be minimal. Like, you don't want, like, the thing that people mess up here as well is they'll create like a 20 question application that takes like 20, 30 minutes to fill out, like something crazy. Even if it takes like over 5 minutes to fill out, like it's way too long, like it should take 1 minute or less. Or because it's just unnecessary friction. All right, this is the only friction we want is these three things: finances, problem, and urgency. If they have this stuff, they're going to be a good lead. Like, we don't care about anything else. Like, we can get into like the deep stuff on the actual call. We just need to know they have finances, they have the problem, they have urgency. So like literally minimize your application to just these three things so they can complete it in 1 minute or less. All right, so I do recommend using multiple choice a lot of times. Start here with minimal friction. All right, minimal friction equals more call bookings. All right, so that's what you want to do here. I know we're just talking about protecting the pixel and all this stuff, but this is all we need. Again, like you only want good friction, which is these three things: finances, problem, urgency. That's it. All right. So basically we have this application, and the key here is we put this application before someone's able to book a call, or before they're even able to see your calendar. And so what happens is leads go through this application, they're answering these questions. If at any point they answer the question showing that they're unqualified, they don't have the finances, they don't have the problem that you solved, they don't have urgency to solve any of these, we boot them, or they're kicked out. So they can't even access your calendar in the first place. And therefore, obviously they're not going to book a call with you, so you don't waste your time with them. But also the pixel never fires on these leads. All right, this is crucial. The application goes first. Only leads who answer these questions, correctly, basically they have finances, they have the problem, they have urgency, they get through to the calendar. All right, so they see the calendar, and they're able to schedule time. All right, and so these people, they'll schedule time and then they go to your confirmation page, and this is where the pixel fires, is only on this page right here. So this is where we're allowing the pixel to fire. All right, and so what happens is since they go through this application, since we qualify them, who's going to end up scheduling? Who's going to get this confirmation page where the pixel is firing? Only qualified leads. All right, so only the people that we actually want. And so the pixel only sees these people. It's the only people who are converting. And so this is good. This is exactly what we want. I'm going to boot out all the unqualified leads and only get qualified leads in. And so what will happen is the pixel will see, oh, well, only this type of person is converting. Like, that's it. Like, no one else is converting. So we need to put the ad in front of these types of people, or else we won't get any conversions. And so the pixel, like, okay, cool. We need to put in front of these types of people. That's what will happen. You'll get this feedback loop where you're going to get more and more of these qualified leads. All right, that's what optimizes your ad. That's what actually allows you to get qualified leads, get more book calls with the right people, and actually scale your ads profitably. All right, so this is the process you need. It's crucial. Again, if you don't have this, like, you cannot win. It's going to be random. I've talked to a lot of people on this. Obviously, like, we've worked with a lot of companies, a lot of coaches on this. Sometimes, like, you'll get lucky. Sometimes if you don't have this in place, like, you'll have some good months and then bad months. There's just massive fluctuations up and down. You don't want that. Like, you want it to be relatively consistent. Like, you should be profiting, at least 4 to 1 ROAS for every $1 putting in. You're making at least $4 back. But honestly, we've had myself, and obviously companies we work with do 5, 6, 7, 8, even 10 to 1 ROAS or more. So that's what you want. But yeah, install this in your business. If you do want help throughout this whole process, I know my drawings and stuff are beautiful. If you want this actual whole process help installed in your business for you, so you don't have to test, trial and error, and figure all this out yourself, what questions to do, how do you actually optimize the pixel, how do you actually set up the funnel, how do you actually have good ads in the first place to track the right leads, go ahead and click the link below to work with me one-on-one to install the system in your business so you can book qualified calls consistently on autopilot and scale your business. That's exactly what I do 24/7, 365. It is what I live and breathe for. So click that link below if you are interested, and I will see you there. Peace.